Jesus weeps over Jerusalem.
All right.
Yeah.
And this is chapter Luke 19, and we are at 41.
41.
41. And Jesus is just coming. He just came on the colt, and they put the clothes, and they were singing to him and blessing the King who comes in the name of the Lord, peace in heaven and glory in the highest. And he's coming into Jerusalem, and he's looking down on the city, I think, you know.
Hmm. Now, as he drew near, mother, he saw the city,
Mhm.
and he wept over it. He said,
Yes. Oh, and it's this city, Jerusalem. That's where he is.
saying, if you had known, even you, especially in your day, the things that make for your peace, but now they are hidden from your eyes.
And he's talking to the city, isn't he?
He said, if you knew what made you peaceful, you would have held on to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
For days will come upon you when your enemies will build an embankment around you, surround you, and close you in on every side, and level you and your children within you to the ground, that they will not leave in you one stone upon another, because you did not know the time of your visitation. Right? You never know when he's going to come.
Mm.
They didn't
Yeah.
know when he was coming the first time, right? He rode in on a colt coming in.
Right. Right. And is it also talking about that? I think that Jerusalem was physically destroyed after this too. Like after Jesus's time, like there was a probably Roman, I'm not sure, destruction
Okay.
in as well, right? Like a physical thing that happened after. But also it's probably talking about when Jesus comes back, right?
No, both make sense.
Because it can be talking about,
Bless you.
yeah, bless you, little Nova.
Well, I mean, he's saying not even y'all know what I'm talking about. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. You're not going to know, right, until it comes.
Right, right,
I mean,
yeah. Because we're not going to know if only because you did not know the time of your visitation.
would you be
Visitation.
prepared, mother?
No, I
Would you
know.
be prepared, dear listener,
Would I
if
be?
if anything were to happen, right, today? Nova, would you be okay if Jesus came today?
Oh, yes, I believe so.
It's gonna be all right.
Hmm?
Be all right.
Yeah, thank you, Lord. Yes. But
Right?
there is people, he's sparing his time because he wants everyone to come to know him. But don't wait too long because we don't know the time.
Right. You never know the times. But what does he do after crying?
I know. What does he
He
do?
puts himself back together and he says, I'm here for a reason. I can't be crying.
Wow. So I have if you don't mind, quickly. This is from Google. The Roman army destroyed Jerusalem in 70 CE, fulfilling the prophecy which Jesus talked about the destruction. As anyway,
Almond
so
era. Ugh.
okay.
No, I'm disgusted at the common era.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is the common era is that AD?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anno Domini.
No, that Latin, right?
See.
See, see.
So what does Jesus do? He picks himself up by the bootstraps and he says, that's enough crying for this big boy.
I
Let
know.
me go clean.
Yes.
It's a clean in time. So he switches from, can you name me somebody? I didn't know anybody to be crying. Who's cries? Because he goes now to more of a Mr. Clean character, you know?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I
So
mean, Jeremiah is called the weeping prophet.
so he would goes from Jeremiah to Mr. Clean. Then he went into the temple after getting off his colt. I added that
Hmm.
just to give some context.
Right, because it might be hard to bring the colt in.
Right. Unless he sold it first. But then that's why we're here. And began to drive out those who bought and sold in it.
Mm.
Somebody probably offered him money for the colt if he got off of it.
And then he told us all this stuff.
Hey, brother, you using that colt? I see it's not yours.
And well, Jesus could technically say, "All this is mine." What you talking about?
Because he can say that.
Well, back to the word. So he's in the temple.
Saying to them, then, it is written, my house is a house of prayer, but you have made it a den of thieves, stealing people's stuff.
Yeah.
And he was teaching daily in the temple, but the chief priests, the scribes, and the leaders of the people sought to destroy him, and were unable to do anything, for all the people were very attentive to hear him.
This is
So,
kind of cool. It gives us the impression that it was many, many days, doesn't it? He was teaching daily in the temple.
well, listen, you can't just kill people, right? They
Oh,
wanted to kill him, right? They had
right.
enough evidence, I'm sure, and enough stuff going on around him, enough people following him, and like enough stories to where like they knew this guy, right? You're not gonna tell me that they didn't know. I mean, there was a king, right? John the Baptist. After John, King Herod, and then the king knew about Jesus.
Right, right. So no, they did know, but you're right. But they wanted,
But then why would you not, right? They
well,
obviously didn't like him then. They
but
already
they
killed
didn't.
John the Baptist.
But it's kind of like today, it's a political like thing in a way. They don't want to cause an uproar because the people are
They don't want to cause an uproar, so they lie.
wait for their time, right?
To lie.
To lie. Yes, yes, yes.
They're
But it is kind of a nice insight.
not waiting to do nice things, mother.
Yeah.
They're not waiting to help you. Nobody is waiting in a dark alley to give you $50, and help you out with your taxes.
I mean, right. There is a waiting that's good, but these are not. These are waiting for a time to betray Jesus in a way. Wow.
But it is, and it's a good thing to see. This is a weird take, mother. I've never taken this take, but if you were to walk into your church and you were to see things like this, but you didn't know what it looked like, right?
I
You
think
know,
that someone's comment said the dogs might get loud and
a
really.
little rowdy. Would they know? Would the dogs know if that were like if you were to see this in the establishment or the people around you? But
Would
what
they,
is the den of thieves? They were
did,
selling stuff there, but they were taking advantage of people's like needs for things.
I feel like the dogs might know.
I think they might, because they were like overcharging. That's why I call them thieves, other than, they were taking people's money. But yeah, they didn't want him there. And he kicked everybody out, which is right. But you guys speak up, right? Like
You
those
gotta say,
puppies.
I know, and they are.
Right. Um, oh, anything or find some peace?
It's yeah, find some peace and I mean I did think it was nice they had the days of listening to Jesus and all these people. And what did all these people do? Go back and tell their families and their children and everything. They
Right.
were very attentive.
Yeah, everybody liked him.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a peaceful time. Yeah.
Right.